All right, we are live again. Holy cow, it's been a while. Haven't been on here since our Vegas trip. Okay, let's do what the title says. Basically, our whole trip. What happened? What really happened during the whole trip? Okay, get ready for a long story because this is going to be a very interesting story. Something I couldn't really document it. I documented over on the Angie and Chuck show videos. It's on the playlist over there. It's on our vacation 2021 videos. Head over to the Angie and Chuck show. Check out those videos if you have not checked them out. But yeah, here we go. What really happened? What really happened is because of dry heat, I came back with a bad nose, runny nose, basically. But okay, we've been home. Like I said, it's been a while. We know what happened around town, so we're not going to get to it right now. Probably get to it when I see fresher videos. But right now, we'll just talk about what happened on our trip. What really happened day by day. Okay, so I may have to go to my phone. I'll show you some photos once we get to. I'll show you some photos as we get it. So I do have it on video over on the Angie and Chuck show. Please go over there and check it out when it does happen. Okay, just it would be appreciated over there. If you have not subscribed over there, subscribe because we'll probably have more stuff interesting come in a few months, but we don't know for sure, basically. So I just got done doing a live stream over there. I did a 3.5 hour marathon over there and talk about actually we kind of celebrated our 2,000 videos over there on the channel. So now we're going to start our goal to get to 3,000, but it's not going to happen on this channel. Okay. All right. Without further ado, let's because I know you guys probably will be watching this mostly on replay anyway. So what really happened on our vacation anyway? Well, everybody knows we started our vacation. Angie and I both. We started our vacation in Galesburg, Illinois. This will be July 12th, I would believe. We started our vacation. The videos did not get seen till like a week later. Just let you guys know, we delay our videos over on the Angie and Chuck show for 1 week. Well, in real time, we'll just talk about real time. Our vacation started on July 12th. That's when we left town. Angie's mom there was nice enough to take us down to Galesburg to catch the train, the Southwest Chief. And it was not a very good day for train passengers too, because there was supposed to be a train that was supposed to leave before our train. The train that was supposed to leave before our train was at the time on July 12th was the California Zephyr that left from Chicago to Emeryville, California. It goes through southern Iowa. It goes through Illinois, then southern Iowa, then into Nebraska and up in Colorado, then through Utah and northern Nevada in those areas too. So, but basically, that was it. That was the basic about what happened. That train was it ran 2.5 hours late. So our train leapfrogged the the Southwest Chief train. That was our train, train number 3. It leapfrogged in the Chicagoland area. Leapfrogged it past the California Zephyr because the Zephyr couldn't leave because they got in an accident. They hit it. I guess a car crossed a railroad crossing and hit it on its side, and they had to delay and inspect the train before they could release it to go on its merry way. So it got to Galesburg late, but we got on our train and left, and our train came in 20 minutes late. It came in 20 minutes late, which in Amtrak, that's not really the end of the world yet. But we got on our train. I'll show you photos real quick here. If I can show you the photos, if I can show it up here real quick. That's us in the roomette on the train. We had a roomette on the train, which it was a good train ride. Of course, you notice the GPS right there because we want to know where we're at, and of course, we needed it for the car rental time we get to our final destination. But that's our roomette, technically in a way. So Angie and I was in the roomette. That train ride cost us $840 give or take give or take 20 to 40 bucks, basically. We had to put trip insurance on it, so it cost us almost $900 because we had to put trip insurance on it in case if we missed the train. Oh, by the way, it's Cheers on the Anthony and Chuck Show 2000 video and that. So don't mind, I have a drink or two. Okay, when we boarded the train, because that was some of the window views that we was getting throughout the whole train ride. Notice there's train tracks right down there. So we was on the move at the time of that photo and that. And our room attendant, excuse me here. Our room attendant was nice enough to give us a 6:30 dinner reservation. I didn't really want to take it that soon on the night we were on the train, but he got us at 6:30 because I didn't really want to take it till after we got past Fort Madison. I had people on the virtual rail cam wanted us to wave to the virtual rail cam or do something to draw attention, but we took the 6:30 dinner, and unfortunately, like I said, it was a nice dinner. Let's put it this way. Angie had this. When we got the roomette, all meals are included on Amtrak. Okay, all meals and non-alcoholic drinks is included on Amtrak. If you want a pop, a soda, or a coffee, ask your room attendant. He'll try to get it to you as best he can. But we mostly drunk water throughout the whole trip. But that's what Angie had. I kind of zoomed it in by accident, but this is what Angie. Oh, by the way, that dish, a grilled salmon on looks like a bed of rice or some other. Doesn't look like rice or something like that, but there's green beans and carrots. Looks like carrot balls. Looks like someone made carrot balls out of carrots. And basically, I had a flat iron steak with a baked potato, green beans, also the same carrots too. But that flat iron steak was cooked the way I liked it. Kind of medium well. That was fantastic dinner. Like I said, all dinners that you're going to see on these photos are fantastic until we hit our amusement park ones and that. And of course, there was us having our cold ones in the cafe lounge car. Stay tuned to this video. I'll talk about what happened when we get to that point, to that lounge car, basically. But that little bottle of wine, $8 for that thing. $8. Well, at least I had vacation money. We had vacation money to spend, so we spent it well, almost too well. And of course, that can of beer I showed you, that was $6.50 for a 12-ounce can. That was pretty expensive, but we just had at least one alcoholic beverage on the train. I told Angie, let's just have one alcoholic beverage on the train and just be done with it. And we did. That was the first night, and boy, we should have waited on the second night. Wait till I'll tell you what happened. Going into should have been before it happened. But there we are in Kansas City. At the time, we was running almost an hour late into Kansas City. But one good thing about going through Kansas, especially with going through Lawrence and Topeka, Kansas, two of the big markets on the east side of Kansas had 0 drop-offs, 0 pickups. So the train just rolled right on through. Hutchinson was the next stop, and we only picked up one person, and we took off. We picked up and go to make up some time, and a couple more stations. Before we know it, we made up the 1 hour time, and all of a sudden, when we got to when we woke up this morning, we made up 1 hour. I took this photo. This is in Weston, Kansas. When I took this photo, speeding along about 90 miles per hour, approximate speed. And we were only about 5 minutes late at that time, at that photo. We was only 5 minutes late. Breakfast. We had the trademark breakfast. This is what I had. I had French toast with the berries. That's real blueberries and strawberries with 2 sausage links, orange juice and coffee with mine. And she just had the French toast by itself. And of course, we added the syrup later after the photos, but we just had to show it to you what it looks like before we put the syrup on it and start digging in on it. But that was fun. Having a nice breakfast like that. But here we are, but there we are. That's our train. That's in that was taken at La Junta, Colorado. At the time we pulled in La Junta, Colorado, we was 30 minutes ahead of schedule. So here's a little side story. For the people who rode coach and for people who didn't think they didn't have a big breakfast, was offered the opportunity to go across the street from the La Junta station. There was a donut place, and they had some fantastic donuts over there. But we never took advantage of that. All we did was we walked. All we did here, we walked a platform. We walked up and down the platform, got ourselves a can of pop for $1. We didn't have to pay for it if we were rode on the train, but we decided to get a can of pop. Angie needed her Mountain Dew. I needed my Pepsi. So we bought a can of pop and got back on the train. So when we got rolling, we were still running on time as of this point. They were in our room enjoying that afternoon. Now we get to the mountain sceneries of Colorado, which is pretty good. More scenery coming in. Now we're getting more scenic because we were mainly traveling through the flatlands of parts of Iowa, especially the flatlands of Kansas early in the morning. And now you're getting into the things are getting a little hilly, basically from here. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this base right here, that's the base of the Raton Tunnel at the Raton Pass. And that was time we was at the advertised height of 7,500 feet, the highest point of the old Southwest Chief Amtrak train ride. That was the highest point we were going to be, basically. Going to tell you the truth about that tunnel. In real time, it takes us four minutes to go through that tunnel. 4 minutes just to go through that tunnel. It's a longer tunnel than what YouTubers are realizing, because they usually when they enter the tunnel, they cut the video, and as soon as they exit, they restart the video. So it looks like they were just in and out of that tunnel real quick. In reality, you were in that tunnel for 4 minutes, for literally 4 minutes in that. And on the other side, once we arrived in Raton, you come into this nice Raton station in Raton, New Mexico. So we enter the tunnel in Colorado, exit the tunnel in New Mexico, just like that. But that's a nice train station, Southwest style. The town had a nice Raton sign on the hill. Basically, it was just on. If I remember, it was on this side of the station. You had to walk to this side of the station and look up at the hill, and it was. And I didn't really take a photo of it. I should have, but I didn't. Okay, this is lunchtime. We were literally 3 minutes early arriving to Las Vegas, New Mexico, not Nevada, New Mexico. We arrived there. We had our lunch. But this is where the train starts to run late. Because after my lunch, it was a cheeseburger. It's an Angus cheeseburger. It's supposed to be cheddar cheese, some chips. I didn't like those chips at all, so I just had the burger. I just had the burger and the toppings and the coleslaw. That's basically it, and dessert. Whatever dessert they had. I didn't video the dessert or photo the dessert. Angie had chili on a baked potato and some other chives and all that stuff. So unfortunately, after lunch, we were already running late. Okay, because they detected an issue with that the photo I showed you earlier with the cafe lounge car, which basically made the train run. We left the train. We left. We had to be dispatched to a side track, made us run late as it is. But time we got that, because we couldn't move we could not take the car with us as is because they detected a fracture in the wheel axle. Because of being a passenger rail service, and they're really heightened on train safety, uh, they decided they had to take time off to put everything out of the refrigerators and coolers, put it on ice in the cafe car, in the dining car, and in their refrigerators and coolers to make room for that stuff. Oh man, it was a mess. Time they got all done, and when we left Las Vegas, New Mexico, we was running 2.5 hours late. 2.5 hours late. But then we still got to our scenery. Technically, let's go this way. Got some Rocky Mountain scenery. There in New Mexico. This is before we got to. I think the next stop was Lamai, Colorado. I think that was the next stop, Lamai, and I didn't get that much a photos there at all. But we was running so late, we had to had happy hour, so we just decided to have one more adult beverage between both of us because we was already running late, and at this time we did not know how late it was going to be until later in that whole train ride. But as we arrived in Albuquerque, New Mexico, uh, we was running already 3 hours late because before we got to Lamai, Colorado, no, not Lamai, Colorado, Lamai, New Mexico, we made a crew change. Either it was before or after. I may have to watch my video. I think it was before Lamai where we had to make a crew change, and we had a so the crew that we got on at La Junta got on the eastbound Chief to go back to La Junta, and our crew got on at Kingman, got on our train to go back to Kingman, basically. So that was it. But when we pulled in, as we were pulling into Albuquerque, New Mexico, this is Angie's pasta dinner. This is our last dinner on the train. Like I said, we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We had two dinners, and we had the three-course, and we had our three meals the next day. So I went the wrong direction, and that was Angie's pasta dish with some kind of like a different kind of shredded cheese and some vegetables on it. Looks good, looks tasty. Angie enjoyed it. I had this chicken breast with brown gravy sauce. I have never had. When I'm thinking about chicken, I'm thinking about chicken gravy. That's usually yellowish, like a yellowish gravy, but this is a brown gravy. It has some rice, looks like some peas, looks like some shoestring potatoes, but it was really good in that. And because we had dessert, I don't think we filmed our dessert. No, we did not photograph our dessert, which it was my mistake. I should have done it anyway, but basically that was it. Uh, Sometimes I don't do things right myself, uh, so that was it. So I gotta go back with my phone, kind of goofed up in a way. So let's do this here. Let's go back where we're at. We're still on the train ride. Okay. Uh, Here we go. We're about. Uh, yeah, we were right in here. We finally arrived to Flagstaff, Arizona. We have finally arrived to Flagstaff, Arizona. This is just taken just after, as you see the two red lights up here. The train was just leaving when we took this photo. Uh, at Flagstaff, Arizona. We arrived in Flagstaff, Arizona, 5.5 hours late. So we got there about 1:20, about 1:20 in the morning. That'd be like 3:20 morning here in eastern Iowa. So that was a late night for us. Luckily, our hotel room was in walking distance, so we didn't have to worry about a cab or an Uber. All we had to do is walk down that. All we had to do is walk down that platform, hang a right, walk across the street, hang a left, go 1 block, hang a right. You're right there at the hotel room, right then and there. Not that far away from the train station. It was a good choice. I had a train station, a hotel next to the train station nearby. That kind of helped us out on uh, any issues when it comes to transportation and getting scammed by maybe some cab company or something like that. So, which that turned out pretty good. So that I kind of like that. Okay, like I said, we was walking all. This is when we was walking to get our car rental. This is in Flagstaff. This is near Fry's grocery store and gas station. Fry's is a pretty big grocery chain out west. I'm pretty sure, just like Albertsons in some places. And I'm another go. Hy-Vee is usually known here in the Midwest, here in Iowa, Minnesota, parts of Missouri, maybe Western Omaha, but and parts of Illinois. Hy-Vee is kind of big around here, but Fry's was kind of big out there too. So we never did check it out and that. So, and of course, our Grand Canyon photos. Yep, nice shots of the Grand Canyon. Like I said, the camera didn't really do no justice on this. We was able to catch a nice thunderstorm right up in here. And later that thunderstorm got big enough, and we saw the lightning in about we counted like 1,001, 1,002. So about maybe 8 miles away. It was possibly maybe 8 miles away when we heard the thunder rumble through the Grand Canyon. It was a different sound. It's like the thunder echoing through the Rocky Mountains. So it's probably be the best shot of that thunderstorm right there, as you see rain starting to pour down from the clouds and that. So that was nice. But yeah, very beautiful. Areas, those lot of areas that's not fenced, that doesn't have a safety fence. You're basically walking it at your own risk. If you make a wrong step, you're down. You're down there. You're gonna be down there for a while until they come rescue you. Probably rescue your body, more likely. And yeah, so as we were back in Flagstaff later that day, I got this train station. That's the train station at Flagstaff during the day, right across the street. Then we crossed the railroad tracks. We had dinner, and there's a place across the street. Not across the street. It got me saying across the street. Across the tracks. Now you can find this restaurant on Virtual Rail Fan Flagstaff if their cameras are working. Basically, and there's a restaurant right across the tracks. Looks like it has some grain silos, some mini grain silos. You see, he had a small farm, but those are herbs for the brewery. There's a brewery there. It's called the Lumberyard. It's called the Lumberyard Brewery Company, and they put out some fantastic. And this is an appetizer. This is mac and cheese balls. These are fantastic. Do not eat them with ranch. Eat them with the soy sauce. It will give you a nice kick in your mouth. Nice flavor, nice kick in the mouth. It's a wake-up call. It's really nice and tasty. I would highly recommend if you go to Flagstaff. They said they got some chain restaurants. It's a chain of some kind. But if you go to Flagstaff, Arizona, go to the Lumberyard Brewing Company and order these and get it with soy sauce, you'll never disappoint in that. So, and of course, that's my dinner. I had a double cheeseburger there. After I had a single cheeseburger on the train, I decided to have a double cheeseburger, decided to double it up. But the cheese looks a little bit better on this one. The bun was kind of overburnt in a way, but next time I'll do that. I'll tell them not to toast the bun so long. Next time I eat there, but nice coleslaw right there, nice color, nice creamy, right amount of sauce, cream into it. Angie had the pulled pork with the dry coleslaw on the sandwich with mac and cheese on the side. And that filled her up big time. I mean, big time. And of course, we went to Marley's. We needed it was game 4 of the NBA Finals at the time. So we went to watch the rest of game 4 at Marley's. We had to stand up through the whole game because we got there late. So we had to stand up. Angie's soda pop, and I had my beer, basically. And of course, nice. This is after the game was over. Everybody has gone. I was able to find a table seat and got this nice photo of the bar inside the bar and that. And of course, that's a nice unique glass. That's like what they call a water tower glass almost. It's a tall glass, very tall glass. I think 20 ounces. $7 a glass on that. I think it was like $7 a glass. It's pretty expensive, but it's a tourist town. Flagstaff is a tourist town and a college town, so it'll be expensive. And that. So we're at the Overlook in Arizona. That's the Overlook. And I don't know if you can tell or not. You have to look over Angie's shoulder in a way, if I can find it. You probably make remnants of a highway. That's our highway going down into the valley. We were at 7,000 feet up, and we would have to drop almost 6,000 feet down into the valley. So that was a brake check right there for the truckers too, on top of that. And if you're not careful, there'll be little lizards. And I'll show you on this photo right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll zoom it in. I don't know if you can still see it or not. Right there, right here, is a little lizard. This is taken at a rest area about halfway down that road. And you gotta watch those lizards. They're all over the parking lot, up and down the rest area. And I guess if they're running all over the parking lot, I guess that's what they mean the term lot lizards. I would say that. But yeah. By the way, don't ask me why I did this, but I did this anyway. But our Dairy Queen dining room is still not open yet to this day after the pandemic started back last year. They're taking a sweet time remodeling the dining room, but we was able to find a Dairy Queen because I had a coupon to use. I had like a gift card. We need a $15 gift card we had to use, so we used it on this on Dairy Queen. So that's our first fast food of the whole trip. It's gonna get more later. Basically, but not that. That's too soon. But then I chased it down with a sundae. That's all, basically, and that. So, and of course, when we in Arizona, we got I think another 50, 60 miles. No, it was not even another 20 miles down the road. Not even nearly 20 miles down the road. We were running into all these big cactuses. And we've been running these cactuses all the way up into Phoenix. So we've seen a lot of these big boys, these big cactuses. They're really big, tall, amazing size. So, and that's it. Okay. This will be the next day, our first full day. No, this is when we arrive in Phoenix. This would make it. Excuse me here. Excuse me. I shouldn't have done that, but I had to do it. Emergency reasons. Okay. See, we left Galesburg on the 12th of July. We were supposed to arrive in Flagstaff on the 13th of July, but we arrived Wednesday morning on the 14th, very early morning on the 14th. So that's when we get to Grand Canyon that day. And on the 15th, this will be the 15th of July, That was on our way down. I showed you the previous photos. That'd be the 15th of July. And we finished on the 15th of July at Castles and Coasters. It's a small amusement park. Wrong way, Chuck. It's a small amusement park. Northwest corner of Phoenix. So it's the northwest corner. This is one of the best coasters they have. It's a Hopkins coaster. It's called Desert Storm. I didn't get a chance to ride it for some reason, but they're known for their mini golf. A lot of palm trees everywhere. So yeah, and their big arcade. And I was able to get their big carousel for a small park. That's one big carousel. That's like 4 abreast. Most big parks have 4 abreast, not small parks. Small parks usually have 3 abreast or 2 abreast, but this was 4 abreast. This is considered a grand carousel, technically in a way. Oh, by the way, we went to a Hardee's. See, around here in the Midwest, we call them Hardee's. Out west, they call them Carl Juniors. But to us, that's a Hardee's. I showed the food to somebody here. I showed the food anyway. It says Carl Juniors. And when people looked at that food, they said, yep, that's Hardee's. That's exactly Hardee's food. Because here in the Midwest, they call it Hardee's. From Colorado on westward, Carl's Juniors. That's what they are. That's our second fast food of the whole trip. Of course, we had to go political on our Facebook. I don't know about our videos, but we went political, maybe on our videos. But Angie and I, we technically became palm tree huggers. Not tree huggers, palm tree huggers. And there's me hugging it out with a palm tree. I don't know if you can really tell or not, but I'll zoom it in a little bit. But yeah, there's my love affair of a palm tree. Yeah, we became palm tree huggers. Shame on us. We had to go political, but that's it. I see 20 thumbs down on that one. Okay, then we went to Chase Field. Because we had tickets to the Cubs game in Phoenix, which was awesome. This is a view from our seats. No, wait a minute. That's not from. Yes, that is from our seats. I think that is from our seats. Yep, exactly from our seats. At least. But yep. Cubs gear, everything. We took that someplace else in the stadium. So it was not really in our seats. It was someplace else in the stadium. We had to take time out and take a photo real quick, basically. So and I think this one was from our seats. Maybe not. I don't know. 24-ounce can of beer. Not bad. $14. Yikes. Yep, they had to open up the roof because we were there for the game. They had the post-game fireworks. I guess that is from our seats if the roof was open. So, like I said, post-game fireworks we stayed for. Cubs did win the game, but they had post-game fireworks. They had to shoot them off regardless in that. But I was able to get a nice rally in. Okay, that would have been the 17th of July. It was the 16th was the game. The 17th, we did roaming around. We did some roaming around. But we started out with breakfast at IHOP. I had scrambled eggs, hash browns, 2 sausage links, and 2 pancakes with blueberries and whipped cream. That was good. Angie had 2 eggs over easy, hash browns, sausage links, and toast, which she liked. As Cubs fans, and being in the Phoenix area, we had to go to Mesa, Arizona, and check out the Cubs spring training camp. We was told by an employee that the Cubs is the only official resident of spring baseball in the Mesa area. So they got their own stadium. They have their own training center, practice fields, everything. But that was a fun trip. Going to Mesa. That's the concourse. Sloan Park. That's where the Cubs play their spring training games. Nobody else is allowed to play there unless they're playing against the Cubs. There's the replica of the Wrigley Field sign, just saying spring training, home of the Chicago Cubs. And that's the very same sign that you use on the marquee at Wrigley Field. Similar marquee. Yep, we know how to enjoy ourselves, do we? Excuse me here. Shouldn't be doing this with you guys. I don't know. Okay. All right. Fast food number 3 on this trip. We had to go to a Whataburger. Yep, see it right there. Oh, I don't know if you see it or not. Come on, flip back over. Yep, you see it right there. Whataburger. And that's what it was. Whataburger. Now, of course, our final night in Phoenix. Looking from the parking garage from downtown near City Hall towards downtown Phoenix. We were walking around Phoenix during Game 5 of the NBA Finals, and it kind of ruined we were kind of hoping that Phoenix won Game 4, which they did not, and they ended up losing Game 5. If they would have won Game 4, potentially the NBA championship game would have been Game 5 if the Phoenix Suns would have won it. We could have had a nice video on our YouTube channel on the Anthony and Chuck Show when we see Phoenix up in flames if they would have won the NBA championship. But who knows? But, yep. Very bland. I don't know why I showed this. We had a Waffle House. We stopped at a Waffle House for breakfast. Had a waffle. Nothing major. Nothing expensive. We stopped someplace to do laundry. We stopped at a truck stop. We had to do a load of laundry because we were going to run out of fresh clothes to wear because we had to pack light, basically. That was Angie's chicken tenders, biscuit, and mashed potatoes and gravy. I had the come on. I had a 3-piece chicken, biscuit, mashed potatoes, and gravy. And that's a Southern gravy, technically, because it's Chester's chicken. That's a Southern gravy. It's a spicy gravy. Angie didn't like it. All right, here we are. We made it to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is starting the second week of our vacation, our second and final week, and that is at the El Cortez. You see it on many of our YouTube videos, probably on Rosie's channel too, and all that good stuff. But we finally made it to the El Cortez Casino. Had to take this photo looking up Fremont Street towards west, up to Fremont Experience. And you see up there, Slotzilla. We'll probably have a photo of it later. I'm hoping. Maybe I did. I don't know. But that was the coolest day we arrived. Is the day we arrived because it was overcast. It had rain in the forecast. So there's the El Cortez Tower. We did not stay at the tower. If you look over here, far over here in this upper corner, there's a set of hotel rooms up there where Rosie O'Kelly called it cell blocks on one of the videos a couple years ago. That's where we stayed at, up there above the parking garage. So that's where we stayed at, about in that general area up there. Nice cheap rooms, nice view. How nice view? We'll let that be. Let you be the judge on that. That's from near our hotel room, not far away from our hotel room. This is not a bad view at all. That's the $14.95 prime rib dinner. Cook it the way you like it. So it came with a choice of potato, vegetable, of course your steak has your au jus sauce. Then you had your butter, your sour cream, and some kind of other like sauce or dip or whatever you put on your steak or whatever, or vegetable or potato. It was good and tasty. And you think that was good, take a load of Angie's Fish and Chips. 3 pieces of fish, coleslaw, hush puppies, and French fries with tartar sauce and I guess ketchup for your French fries. Here we are. We're getting to the Fremont Street experience right there. Fremont was fantastic. I mean, it was unreal. I mean, that's probably one of the best photos I would take. This is looking down towards Slotzilla over the D's. We were at the D's, and it looks like there's Fremont and Four Queens area, and probably there's a White Castle there. There's also a Heart Attack Grill where anybody over 350 pounds and heavier was able to eat for free. I never really seen a whole lot of people that heavy eating there. This is one of 3 stages, and every night for the night we were there, from Sunday night they had 3 live bands. Monday had 2 live bands, and I think Monday they had 2 live bands and a DJ. Tuesday was 2 DJs and a live band, and Wednesday was Tuesday was 3 live bands, and Wednesday was 1 live band and 2 DJs. So that was basically the entertainment lineup on those stages and that. And of course, right there we are in the heart of Fremont Street experience, right next to Binion's and the Golden Nugget. They're doing a lot of road work there too at the time when we was there. And we were looking westward towards the plaza. And yes, we did play the slot machines while we was there. But we played mostly at the El Cortez, but we did play around other properties around town, kind of spread our money around town. We did win some, lose some. Get ready to say ouch. See that tall draft beer, 24-ounce draft beer, and see that container that Angie's holding? Trust me, it is long. It's big and long. It's long. It's pretty long. About between my 2 fingers. That's probably how long it is. That tall. Strawberry daiquiri with 1 shot, and what a shot was it? It would never stop pouring. Normally they'd say, I told the bartender that would be 3 shots at home. And they say, oh, it's 1 shot here. Oh no, it'd be 3 shots at home. I thought I was being worried about having to carry Angie home, but get this. But get this. This all this would be this would be all basically basically what it is. Yep. So all this would be $40. That's with tip. $35 for the drink, $40 for $40 with tip. Very expensive. Let me do something here real quick. Here, won't take me long to do this real quick here. I should have done it on the side anyway. Be right back in a second here. So we'll do this real quick here. Just got to do something here real quick. That's all. I'm just not going to do it. But yeah, but that's it right there. Okay. but okay, that was from okay, we're about ready to go to bed. I don't know if you can tell or not. That's looking south towards the Stratosphere Tower. You can see the Stratosphere Tower, the red poles going up. Those two stars, basically. Wow, $40 for two drinks. You got, yeah, I feel I got ripped off too, but it's Las Vegas. That was at the Circa. That happened. Yeah, but it was Las Vegas. It was a Las Vegas experience. So we tried it once. That was it. We were done. You can go inside and play the slot machines and get a free beer and a free daiquiri if you play the slot machines. So that could end up costing $200 instead. And those two lights right there, they're not stars, they're helicopters. Basically. They had a lot of helicopter tours. And of course, that's our wonderful view at night from our hotel room at the El Cortez, looking towards the Fremont Exchange. You can see the D. There's the Circa over here that robbed us of $40. I could have used it to play the slot machine instead. But hey, it is what it is. We had the money to spend. That's all we did. And that. So I thank you for call for hitting us for a sub. This is my rant channel, and I had not really done a rant yet. If I had done a rant, I would say the Circa did overcharge us on, I would say, the beer and maybe the daiquiri, but I think that's what the average cost of those big, long bottles. I mean, the bottles was that long. I mean, it was like ounce-wise about the same size of my beer. So it's pretty more expensive. Okay, not too far away from the El Cortez Hotel. It's about, you gotta go up to the one corner of the El Cortez, near the main entrance. You gotta go south 1 block. Then you gotta go west half a block. There's a place called the Donut Bar. I heard a lot of YouTubers talk about this. Pomsey talked about this, but there was another YouTuber named Matt. I can't think of his last name in his whole YouTube channel. He's getting a 10%. They offer 10% discount if you mention his YouTube channel. I didn't get a chance to mention it because I don't know who he was. I never saw any of his videos. But we could have got 10% off, but we decided to pay full price. But look at those donuts right there. That's a 4-pack right there. That's a cake donut. That's one of the smallest donuts they got right there. It's a birthday cake donut. And I thought we had big mouths. Holy cow. Our mouth's not big enough. I thought I had a big mouth, but not big enough to cover that thing. Holy cow, that was big. Okay, we spent the day. We spent some morning hours at Hoover Dam. We walked the Hoover Dam area. You can see how dangerously low the water is. I feel sorry for people who need electric in the near future, because that's the biggest drop I ever seen. Yeah, you can see how big it is. Yep. Just looking down towards the power end when they generate the power of that. I zoomed in on that one. Okay, keep an eye on that bridge right there. See that bridge? That bridge is going to play later in my photos. Eventually later in my photos. Does you know why? Right here. I'm going to show you right here. That's from that interstate bridge. And I have to remind myself, we are still approximately 200 feet higher than that dam. So I can see why some people did not want to cross that. Angie did not walk that bridge with me. She was scared. She was scared enough of the dam itself, but she did not want to walk across the bridge with me on that day along the interstate. So she refused to walk that bridge. I did to get that photo. And what a photo it was. And I kind of like that photo in a way. So that was an awesome photo. When we got back, we had a quick lunch. We had to go to someplace on the strip. We had to do something on the strip there. So we had an In-N-Out burger. That's Angie's single burger. Don't let that size fool you. It's really that small. That is my hand on a double cheeseburger. That is really that small. I was kind of disappointed how small it was. But for the price, it was pretty cheap. So I guess you pay what you get for the price. Um, I was not very happy with the menu. Like I said, it's called an In-N-Out Burger for a reason because your menu was only consists of a hamburger, a cheeseburger, and a double cheeseburger. You had your drinks, your fries, and your shakes. That's it on the menu. The menu was pretty small, quick, simple. But they were very slow getting the stuff out because they were very, very, very busy. It was one of the busiest fast food places they had in Vegas. And I'm just really, uh, it reminds me of a greasy burger at a mom and pop place. So as a franchise, I was kind of disappointed with the product itself. That's just my opinion on it. So my opinion never matters anyway. But there we are, looking up the strip, up to the area and all that, the Cosmopolitan, I think it was. But nice view shot there. Uh, this is from the big wheel. We finally got to ride the big wheel. As you see right in here, you can see the fountains of the Bellagio right in here, which is cool. We was able to get the fountains going a couple times on that ride. But riding at sunset was awesome, or after dark. Gave some nice photos. But right here, you can really tell right back in here. You can tell right there at this point the Bellagio fountains over at the Bellagio. And actually, that's the Bellagio right there. So there's the Bellagio fountains, and there's the Bellagio right there. And you had Caesar's Palace, and over here you had the Cosmopolitan. Over here, across the way, you had the Flamingo and a few other properties right there. So that was awesome sights to see. And we looked the other way towards Venetian, the Palazzo, the Wynn. Unfortunately, we did have to see the new hotel, we didn't get a photo of, but we did see the Drew, which it's the dark blue building, which they finally got new owners for. And I think this was our final shot on our wheel before we got off. Yeah, that was the final shot of on the wheel before we got off. Lunch the next day, we had this comp by the casino at the El Cortez based on our slot play. So that's our 4-piece chicken dinner I had. Mashed potatoes, gravy, vegetable. Corn was seen to be a popular vegetable. Angie had her Reuben with looks like some coleslaw, pickle, and looks like a jalapeno pepper on the side as decorations. And we had those comped. Discounts and comps through our Players Club card. We did sign up for a Players Club card for the 4 days that we was at the El Cortez. Which was good. We was back on Fremont because we was back on Fremont later that day. We kind of wrapped it up. That was our final. Actually, that was our final shot at Las Vegas. We should have got more, but we didn't. I should have, but I didn't, because then after we made a 2-day drive back to the Midwest, we went to World of Fun in Kansas City. And notice our food quality is going downhill really sudden, but actually it's not that bad. I kind of like these what they call garlic knot rolls. Looks like knot bread. It's because we're at Knott's Berry Farm, they made the garlic bread into knots, and they were soft, really good, really, really, really good. I really enjoyed them. So I shouldn't really knock it, but I think that made my day when I had one. I should have ordered another slice of pizza later that day instead of what I had later that night instead. Snoopy getting a little fresh with Angie right there. I was told that on Facebook. Because Angie likes her carousels. She loves her carousels. I don't blame her. Our lunch, like I said, our food quality is going downhill. No fast food, mostly fast food now. And Angie had her chicken tenders and fries, as you see, going downhill real fast. And she had her pulled pork with barbecue sauce. It was a different kind of barbecue sauce and mac and cheese. That looks pretty good compared to what I had. Looks like I had a dry ribs. And it looks pretty dry because after I ordered that one, they pulled the ribs off the shelf and put up a new rack, put up a new pan. Figure that out. Now, of course, we were during the week of they had their carnival celebration. It was like a week long Mardi Gras type deal going on at Worlds of Fun at the time. Okay, our final destination on our trip was Adventureland here in Iowa, my home amusement park. As you see, the newest ride back here with the crazy humps back there is the SS4D Free Spin. As be the second tallest coaster in the park as of today. And that so, and there it is. And as you see, the ride's going through its motion when I got that photo. As it just got off the lift hill, going through its motion. It's a very short ride, a lot of spinning action on the one side, not so much on the other side. Basically, so that was good to see. Nice little climb up photo right there. Just one more shot of the ride. It's a nice photogenic ride from the lakeside area. And that, of course, like I said, our food quality is going downhill real fast. I had my double cheeseburger and fries. We shared the fries. Angie hot dogs, so a couple sodas. Of course, like I said, Angie likes her carousels. She did not ride the ones at Worlds of Fun. No, she rode the one at Worlds of Fun. She did not ride the one at Adventure Dome. And that's where I failed to get photos of, is the Adventure Dome. Adventure Dome had some unique rides. I just did not, for some reason, I did not take photos of some of those rides. I had videos. I wish I would have had photos of the Adventure Dome. I just did not had time for some reason. I should have had time, took some photos, took some clips. Maybe I did. I don't know. Let me double check to make sure I did not cheat you guys on those photos. I'm pretty sure I did not. I'm just double checking just to make sure. Because yeah, I did not. I bet you what happened was I bet you what happened was I know I did it after I did it. I probably accidentally deleted some photos on this camera. And I think I deleted the Worlds of. I ended up deleting the Worlds of Fun and Adventure Dome videos and that. So, and like I said, Angie decided I had a second hot dog. And don't ask me what the heck is that. I would not feed it to any rats in the apartment. That biscuit was dry, that chicken was dry, and that mac and cheese was dry. Everything was dry on that. I should have asked my money back on that one. But that was it. But at least I did finish it right with a nice cold beer. That's what I needed. Got my vegetables in. But there's our parting shots from Adventureland. And finally, we made it home. Boy, look at my face. How red that was. Holy cow. Looks like I got bit by a bug, got swollen up on one side. How about that? And that. And of course, this is one of two car rentals we ended up driving. This one got us home. The other one would not got us home because I'll tell you a little side story of the original car. Reason we drove home this Toyota Corolla because the Kia Forte, and I had a Facebook friend. No, I had a friend at the ballpark called Kia's killed in action. So our Kia died in action in Las Vegas because the battery went dead, and that was it. It was over. We had good thing we had roadside service. I got criticized a lot for paying the extra money for it. And tell you what, good thing I did. and I also got damage waiver. I got criticized for having damage waiver, and good thing I got that because otherwise, if I had my own car, if I owned my own car, own insurance, I would have to explain to the car to explain to the insurance guy a lot of haggles. This way, now it's on where I rented it from. It's on them, and that's all. It was nice. I had a nice car rental. I really enjoyed the car company that we rent from. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I use their service all the time. I'll continue buying their insurance because I don't have to worry about anything now because this proves that uh, because that roadside service saved me at least the amount I paid for roadside service, but damage waiver that would have saved me a fortune. If there was considered a drain battery, it's considered damaging a car. So having damage waiver that saved me a fortune in case there was damage to the engine or to any components in that car, in that Kia. That's what Kia stands for, killed in action in that. So, but that was our trip. Final cost of that trip estimated us about $7,200 to $7,400, give or take a couple hundred. Uh, that was from car rental, train rides, hotels, including the money we spent at the casinos, how much money we lost at the casinos, all the gift shops, some of the shirts, even this one I bought out there in Phoenix, uh, and other stuff we ended up buying because we had enough cash on hand. Cash on hand, we almost had almost $700 cash on hand. That means that was money we had in our pockets going out. We had to make sure it was hush hush, especially on the train ride because if people hears you had a large amount of money on you, they'll think it'd be drug money or something like that. But we'll make sure we're not going to have that kind of large sum of money on us again on future trips. Basically, because it is kind of scary. I would just throw it in the bank temporarily, then withdraw it later. That's what I should have done instead of trying to carry that large amount of $700 is not a whole lot, but in today's world, to people that's considered quick drug money or something like that. Don't want so we gotta make sure we don't carry that large amount of sum again. Maybe $100 for the train ride. That's just enough to cover. Actually, no, because during this year's train ride, everything had to be done by credit card. Everybody, either by credit card or debit card. Which was a good idea. I kind of like it. Um, cashless, go cashless as much as possible. But when we got to the bank that we had to withdraw a large sum of money and put it in our safety box in our hotel, I had at one time I carried almost well over $4,000 in my pockets. Ouch! Because we had to withdraw a lot of money, just make sure we had cash to play at the casinos, and I did not want to withdraw money from the casinos because they charge a huge fee, and I did not want to charge on a credit card. They charge a bigger fee on top of that, so it was not fun. So make sure I only worked through what I had planned budget for, which was good. I budgeted wisely. We kind of overspent on the money on the drinks. I understand that, but it was Vegas. We just had to do it once and be done with it. Because next time we go to Vegas, we'll find a cheaper bar down the street. In fact, there was a bar down the street from where we stayed at. I watched that on live stream before and that. Uh, so it was a pretty good trip. We could have met up with another YouTuber at the time we took this Vegas trip. She was in Mexico at the time we took this Vegas trip and that. I was trying to let her know we was coming. For some reason, she was ignoring my side chats, something like that. I don't know. Maybe she was busy doing something else. But when I did comment on her saying we were there, she was kind of upset that we could have met up and that. And we could have met up. It would have been nice to meet up with another YouTuber along the way. There was a lot of YouTubers in the area, especially in Vegas. You had Popsy, you had this, that, all kinds of different YouTube channels doing live streams up and down. I don't know if we were part of one of them or not. I don't know, don't care. I was worried about doing my thing. If I did recognize them, I would have said hi to them, at least be part of my videos and all that stuff and all that. Right now, we're going to get out of here. We've been over an hour. I bet you guys are bored about my vacation. And one thing is, if I know everybody criticizes about donations and all that stuff, um, only less than with the amount of money that we had and what donations we got on our main channel, our donations was probably not even $60 into our PayPal. We only do like less than $60 from PayPal donations over the last year, and they said use it for the trip, use it for the trip, use it for the trip, and that's what we did. We would all use it for the trip. So I don't know if we put it into the trip. We don't know if we put it back in the bank. I don't know what we did with money, but so it was. I think we put it part of the trip. I think we used it to buy. I think we used it to bought dinner the night we arrived. I don't know. It all depends how they feel about it. But if they feel great about it, at least it was for them. If they got a good video out of it, it was money well spent. But we didn't beg for the money. We had our own money. I mean, almost 99.9% was paid out of us, our own money. But let's be truthful. It was really paid for by a COVID unemployment and stimulus checks. We only put in like maybe 3 of our paychecks in. That was it for the whole trip. That's all we needed. Basically, that's all we needed, and it worked out good. We had a $2,000 leftover money, which was good after we paid up all our bills, our credit card bills, and everything. Car rental was paid off. Finally got the car rental paid off and all that stuff. We had just around maybe $2,000 or less left over. It was great. So we stayed well on the budget. We had a little bit more money than I was anticipating to come home with. I anticipated a lot less, but at least we have enough to say down payment for next year's vacation. Whatever it may be next year. I don't know. I'm planning to go amusement parks next year mainly. Or may change my mind, go out west again to Vegas. Who knows? All right, we're out of here. Might have a rant sometime later in the week, depending on who's active on their channel. I know Randy made some videos where we was gone, and he's still a bumbling idiot. Right now, this bumbling idiot is probably going to go to bed. Please like, share, subscribe, don't forget the subscribe button, notification bell, and we'll see you guys later. Hopefully, if I'm in the mood to come back on, who knows? All right, we're out of here. See you later.